Hey guys, welcome back to AAA Farm. James here. So I think we're on a new part of the farm for y'all. I mean, I've been here quite a bit. So anyway, I don't know if I really showed y'all this part of the farm yet. So we're at the very back. Walk this way. You see the gate there? Right there. We're at the very back of the cow pasture, the barbed wire fence part of it. I know y'all have heard me talk about it before, but this is the 50 acres that we gotta recover somehow, very slowly but surely. Anyway, so game plan today is we're gonna take the Kubota and we're gonna brush hog all this stuff. Plus, there's a couple passes around this section here. There's a road that goes like down this way, old logging trail. Anyway, we're gonna clean all that up with the Kubota. So the reason we're gonna go ahead and do that now is probably next month. September 16th I took off work to bring the cows or the steers to butcher. Probably going to take that week off before as well. I got like 3 weeks of vacation rolling around, and I'll lose all but 1 week when it hits December, or I guess second of January 1st. So it's time to start taking off work. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit cooler. We're about a month away from then than what it is now. It's not too bad right now, but you stay out here the entire time, you're going to start getting hot. And I don't know what the actual temp is right now, but it's probably about mid-90s. This is what I would guess. Anyway, if you got the Kubota, not that big of a deal because you got AC cab. But we're going to go ahead and knock all this stuff out, and then that week and that September 16th plus the weekends will give me what, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 10 days off in a row. And I'm essentially going to come back here with the old tractor and just whittle away at this. So a lot of this stuff that I could get with the Kubota, but I don't want to because I'm going to end up tearing something up, and I don't want to. The old tractor, not too big of a deal. If I do end up breaking something, ideally you don't want that, but y'all can see this stuff back here. A lot of this stuff we can definitely get with the old tractor, and we can get with the Kubota. Now, I'm not going to be able to get everything with the tractors. No doubt in my mind that I'm going to have a lot of trees that I'm going to have to come back and cut down. But we'll get what we can with the Kubota today. And then for those 10 days, we're just going to whittle away and get everything that we possibly can with the old tractor, the old Massey Ferguson. Probably not going to get done because it's about 50 acres, and you're talking about you're going to be out of crawl probably at second gear at best with that old tractor. And it's just going to be a bunch of really long days. A bunch of really long days. That's where we're at. And then once we get all that done, plus we'll keep going after that, knocking stuff down. But once we get everything we can with the old tractor, I'll start coming back here with a chainsaw and a little bow reciprocating saw, and we'll cut the trees down. And then we'll have to see how many there is. We might pile them up and burn them, or I might just cut them and let them rot where they're at. Haven't fully decided yet. We'll definitely leave some for the cows because all this, so we see the pines, plus can't really see back here, but I don't have really any woods on this section. All the trees kind of mark the border of the property. There's a couple of branch offshoots that come off on this side over here, like coming this way, but we'll figure all that out later. Jump back in the Kubota and we'll get all this knocked out. Shouldn't take too long to get this all cleaned up with the Kubota. So 10-foot brush hog is nice. A lot nicer than the 6-foot. So let's get to it. Let's fire up the PTO. 540. Long time since I brushed hog this. I Matter of fact, the last time I brushed on this, I think I can go around that way if I remember right. This is a little island right here if I remember right. We're not freaking not. Okay. Stressful there for a minute. Just remember, if I remember right, I don't think there's any like dips or anything to really be worried about. Just taking it easy, make sure we don't run anything bigger than we want to run over. Lots of stuff is not that big a deal. This little stuff that Kubota eat up all day. Third. Border of our property a little bit. Oh, you can definitely tell the difference between this stuff and that stuff. Like I said, I brush hogged this with the old tractor before. That was before I owned the Kubota. I think that's actually what finally broke the straw and I ended up buying the Kubota, if I remember right. It, brush hogging this stuff. The steering hydraulic cylinder on the old tractor has been broken and welded on more times than I can probably count. We inherited that tractor from my wife's daddy. And he had broken and welded it many a times, and I've broken and welded probably a dozen times. And so I got to a point I was ready to just replace the whole cylinder, and that was going to cost I think like $800 just for the cylinder. And at that time my wife was like, just go get a new tractor. So I did. But we keep the old tractor around for brush hogging and stuff like that, or cleaning up and having a backup tractor. It's always a good idea to have a backup. thing. Caught that rotten pine tree. So if memory serves right, this section that I had kind of squared off and I was working on with the old tractor, I think it's like roughly 11 acres, something like that. So I started going around it, which that's what we're following right now. That's why this stuff's shorter than all that stuff. We're going to clean this up really well with the Kubota, so that I will brush hogging all this with the old tractor. We got us a good open area that just in case we got to walk back or pull it out somewhere to try to work on it or weld that cylinder back together. Make a couple passes around here, get all this cleaned up the best we can. Alright guys, we just got done. It don't look as pretty as the last field that we did, but that's mainly because the last field also wasn't, 4 foot tall in some spots. We got a lot of it knocked down. Well, actually, we got all of it knocked down. The only thing we didn't finish was the big loop going around everything that ain't been brush hogged at all. Mainly because my low fuel light just came on, so gotta head to the house, but let me show y'all what we got. Alright, this is what we got. Y'all saw what it was before we did all this. So if you see back here, so all that right there has not been brush hogged ever, but there is a big loop that goes around all of that. Made one pass around it. Probably can make about 3 to 4 more passes around it of old stuff that I've already brush hogged with the old tractor. But like I said, we're running low on fuel. But y'all saw what this looked like before. Looks a lot better. It's got a lot of sticks, a lot of stuff still standing up here and there, but now that we got it knocked down, we'll keep on staying on top of this to get it looking like the other fields do. And then when that week comes around to the takeoff, we'll start slowly working all this stuff down, which I'm going to do this section first. I think that's roughly 11 acres if I remember that, and that's including this stuff. I think it's roughly 11 acres. But the way my property does, it kind of sections itself out. So I'm going to section it out with the old tractor and slowly work through it, all of it. There's some more cleanup that can probably happen here. But other than that, really hope y'all enjoyed today. It was fun for me. I always like coming back here, and it looks really good. This looks really nice. So I'm really excited about knocking what I can down with the old tractor, which I don't know how much that's going to be, but we're going to find out and go from there. Really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining with me. It's hot. Thank you for joining me on the farm again today. Y'all have a good one.